どうも、私のブログへようこそ。お久しぶりです。メリークリスマス、そして明けましておめでとうございます。I also had a birthday, so that happened, but I suppose saying all of this is already a bit too late. I'm sorry that it's been so long since I last did a vlog. It's probably been about a month. I said I would go down to one video every 2 weeks, and then on the second week I went away for 10 days. So it's been quite a long time, but thanks to that 10-day trip, I have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to do like a little mini-series on the trip that I took to the Kansai region, which is more western Japan, more mainland I suppose. Having said that, next week I have another live comedy event, so hopefully I'll get a video taken for that and I can do a little kind of break into this series that I've only just started to throw out some more comedy, which hopefully you'll really enjoy. まずね、どうやって大阪に行ったんだろう。選択肢は、新幹線とか夜行バスとか、でも俺がやったのは、このなんか冬休みの時期の特別な切符、青春18切符っていうやつ。それが行くのが1万以上はずだったのに、電車で行けば。でも、これが2300ぐらいだったから、マジで安かった。でも、この青春18切符は、新幹線も、高級も、禁止ダメ。JR だけ。で、快速と、なんだっけ、確定だけは使えた。だから、新幹線で行けば多分3時間ぐらいかかるけど、俺の場合は9時間半だった。But hey, as a result of this trip, I met some amazing people on the way there, which I'll get into shortly. And also I managed to see a little bit of Fuji on the way across. I felt a little bit awkward taking pictures because everyone was like, obviously used to it, like, on their phones, like everyone. And I was like snapping pictures of like this row of people just like, you know, but it was an amazing view, and in fact the entire way there is kind of scenery that I guess you wouldn't see any other way. So as I say, I met these amazing two people on the way to Osaka. In fact, that wouldn't actually have happened if it weren't for the late train that I had in the morning. I got there on time, but the train was like 1 minute, 2 minutes late, so even though I ran to the next platform for my following train, I missed it and had to wait for an hour, which was not a great start to the day. But hey, thanks to that, when I got to Shizuoka, I managed to meet these two guys who were wearing these kind of weird outfits. Like one guy looked like he was wearing the bottom half of a samurai outfit and was carrying this massive bag, which as it turned out had the rest of the samurai gear in it. And the other guy was wearing some kind of like, you know, looked like a manga writer or something like that. And I met them at an onboard ramen shop. You know, I kind of ordered my thing, I was standing there eating away, and these two guys look over and they're like, oh, hey, how's it going? So I thought, you know, I'd kind of, being as surprised as I was that somebody actually spoke to me, because that never happens here. Like, Japanese people are always so private, they would never like just be like, oh, hey, how's it going? But these guys did, so I thought I would strike up a conversation. I was like, hey, you know, what's the deal here? What have you been up to? And it turns out they were on some crazy trip. They had like an event, a special event, which they actually even made the papers with for wearing that outfit. And they came back from Iwate Prefecture, which is like, if this is Japan, kind of this way, they're like up here, and they want to go back to Kyushu, which is down here, right at the bottom, Tokyo being about here, Osaka being about here. So they'd taken some night bus down to here, Tokyo, and then they were doing the same thing I was doing to Osaka, and then they were taking another night bus. So it was like over 20 hours of the journey, which is crazy. So I was with these two guys for the remaining 6 hours of the journey, and it was so fun getting to know them. We had a great time, like sharing videos, sharing stories, you know, just getting to know one another, and I feel like I made some really good friends with them. So I'm hoping that if I ever go down to Kyushu, I'll be able to hang out with them, because I'd like to. I mean, that's properly like good Japanese country scenery, you know. So I finally get to Osaka, and you know, to be fair, I'm not really here for like the sights and the scenery. There are a couple of things that I wanted to check out, and I did manage to. But for the most part, I'm just here to visit friends that I haven't seen in quite a long time that have come to visit Warwick from Kansai University, or just to eat some of the food, because it's, you know, Osaka's catchphrase is kui daore, which is, you know, eat till you drop. So you can imagine the reputation that the food is there. で、駅に着いた時、友達が車で迎えに来たんだ。それは結構びっくりしたけど、なぜかっていうと、初めて見た、学生が運転するの。そして運転できるのが知らんかった。そしてその友達とご飯食べてて、カラオケに行った。Now, anyone that knows me will know that I absolutely love karaoke. I love going all the time, as much as I possibly can. And this karaoke session was a little bit more special than what I'm used to, because first of all, it had weeping ice cream, which is amazing. But secondly, my friend, the reason he brought his car, one of the reasons, is that he had his electric guitar in it. And so he got his electric guitar and brought it inside. And while I was singing, he was doing guitar solos. and it was incredible. Like, I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, he'd actually, knowing that I'd been to this Knotfest, this rock festival in Chiba a couple months back, he actually had gotten prepared with some of that music from that live, which it was amazing. It was so much fun. But we did that for about 4 hours between the two of us, and then went back to his grandparents, which was also special because it was the first time I'd ever stayed in like a Japanese room, you know, like tatami floor, and you know, like just futon laid out in, you know, really classic style. And also it was my first time experiencing Kansai Ben, and I am a huge fan of Kansai Ben, which is the dialect in Osaka and the Kansai region, and I absolutely love it. Kansai Ben is typically associated with, like, you know, kind of funny people. It's a very friendly accent, although to Tokyo people it can be a bit intimidating and sound a bit like kind of you want to pick a fight sort of thing, but it's almost always involved in like comedy. A lot of famous comedians are always from the Kansai region because it's considered to be more funny, I suppose. And even at my own Manzai circle, people, quite a few of them use Kansai Ben, and I really enjoy it, and I would love to learn how to do it. So it was great just talking to them and getting to know some of his family. So yeah, that's day one. I'm sorry I didn't take any videos of this guitar karaoke business. It would have been great if I had, but too busy living it up, I suppose. But anyway, I think I should leave it there today. I'm kind of running out of time. Please look forward to next week's comedy video. I'm sure it will be great, as long as I remember my lines. Have a great year. I'm sure you will. And yeah, I'll see you next week. See you later.